Last month, I rushed my daughter to the hospital at 2 a.m. Severe stomach cramps, vomiting, complete nightmare. After hours of tests, the doctor asked me something I never expected. What butter do you use? Turns out, what I thought was premium butter had ingredients that triggered her reaction. That night changed everything. I spent 3 weeks investigating every major butter brand in Australia, testing them in my kitchen, sending samples to independent labs, and what I discovered genuinely terrified me. Some of these brands aren't just bad, they're potentially dangerous. And chances are, one of them is sitting in your fridge right now. Before we start, understand this. The Australian butter market has become a battlefield of deception. Companies are exploiting loopholes in food labeling laws, using misleading terms like butter blend and dairy soft, banking on us not reading ingredient labels. You're not just wasting money, you're consuming products loaded with inflammatory, seed oils, synthetic emulsifiers, and additives your body doesn't recognize as food. And we're feeding this to our kids every morning. I'm just a mom who got a wake-up call. I tested these products and analyzed their ingredients with a food scientist mate. This countdown ranks them by deceptive marketing. Let's start with number 10. Number 10, beautifully butterfully salted. Look, I love Aldi as much as the next budget-conscious shopper, but their beautifully butterfully brand has a serious problem: excessive water content. When I melted 250 grams of this in a saucepan, nearly 45 milliliters of water evaporated. That's nearly 20% of what you paid for just disappearing into steam. You're essentially buying expensive water with some butter mixed in. Here's why this matters. When you're cooking scrambled eggs or making a pan sauce, half the butter evaporates before it can do its job. Your food ends up bland, and you wonder why restaurant food tastes better. It's not magic, it's proper butter. I tested this making shortbread. The dough was a soggy disaster because excess moisture destroys the proper fat-to-flour ratio. My biscuits spread out like pancakes and had zero texture. At $4.20 for 500 grams, you think you're saving money. But when 20% is water, you're actually paying $5.25 per 500 grams of actual butter. That's the same as buying better quality brands. The fix? If you're shopping at Aldi, skip their butter entirely. Their cheese is brilliant. Their chocolate is excellent. But the butter is a false economy. Number 9. Woolworths Essentials Butter. This is Woolies' budget line, and the quality control is honestly shocking. I bought this product from 3 different stores over 2 weeks. Every single block tasted different. One was pale and bland, another had a weird sour note, and the third was acceptable. That level of inconsistency tells me their cream sourcing is all over the place. Here's the real problem. Independent lab tests have shown fat content ranging from 77.8% to 80.1% between batches. Australian food standards require minimum 80% fat for products labeled as butter. Some batches are technically illegal. That 2% difference sounds small, but it's catastrophic for baking. I made the exact same chocolate cake recipe 3 times with 3 different batches. One rose beautifully, one was dense and heavy, and one had a collapsed center. Same recipe, same oven, same timing. The butter was the only variable. When I contacted Woolworths customer service about this inconsistency, they gave me a generic response about natural variations in dairy products. That's rubbish. Premium brands maintain consistent fat content within 0.2%. At $4.50, you're risking your entire bake for minimal savings. Your time and other ingredients are worth more than the 80 cents you save versus reliable brands. Number 8. Coles Spreadable Butter. This is marketing deception at its finest. The packaging screams butter with bright yellow colors and prominent placement in the dairy section. But flip it over and read the ingredients. Butter 55%, canola oil, water, salt, emulsifiers 471, soy lecithin, food acid citric acid, natural flavor. Let that sink in. Only 55% of this product is actual butter. The rest is cheap vegetable oil and additives. This isn't spreadable butter, it's margarine with some butter mixed in. Here's what really bothers me. Kohl's charges $5.20 for 500 grams of this, compared to $5.80 for their actual butter. You're saving 60 cents to get a product that's nearly half vegetable oil. I made a hollandaise sauce with this for a blind taste test. My partner, who's not particularly food sensitive, immediately said it tasted oily and weird. The sauce had an artificial mouthfeel that proper butter never produces. The solution they're selling you for spreadability? Just leave real butter on the counter in a butter dish. It'll be perfectly spreadable in 15 minutes. Your grandmother knew this. She didn't need food scientists adding canola oil to make butter work. If you're shopping at Kohl's and want spreadable butter, buy their regular butter and use a butter dish. Problem solved, and you're eating real food. Before we continue to the really problematic brands, let me give you a simple test you can do right now. Go to your fridge and grab whatever butter you're currently using. Look at the ingredients list. If it says anything other than cream or cream salt, put it down. That's not butter. Real butter has one ingredient, cream. Salted butter has two ingredients, cream and salt. That's it. If you see oils, emulsifiers, natural flavors, or anything else, you're being sold something else entirely. Here's another quick check. Real butter should be firm when cold and melt smoothly when heated. If your butter stays soft in the fridge, that's oils. If it separates or looks greasy when melted, that's oils. If it leaves an oily film on your knife or plate, that's oils. Number 7, Devondale Spreadable. This one genuinely disappoints me because Devondale's regular butter is actually quite good. They've built a reputation on quality Australian dairy, and then they release this abomination. The ingredients: butter 65%, canola oil, water, salt, emulsifiers 471, 322 from soy, food acid 330, natural flavor, vitamin D. What infuriates me most is the pricing. Their pure unsalted butter costs $6.90 for 500 grams. This spreadable version costs $6.40. You're saving 50 cents to get a product that's only 65% butter with cheap canola oil making up the difference. Devondale is banking on brand loyalty. They know people trust the name and won't read labels. It's a betrayal of customer trust for minimal savings. I tested this in baking buttercream frosting. The mixture wouldn't whip properly because there isn't enough butterfat to incorporate air. The texture was grainy, it separated after 20 minutes, and the taste was distinctly oily rather than creamy. When butter performs badly in its most basic applications, something's fundamentally wrong. Here's my advice. If you love Devondale, buy their actual butter, the blue and gold block with just butter on it. That product is excellent, but this spreadable version, it's a cash grab that dilutes their brand reputation while delivering an inferior product at nearly the same price. Number 6, Mainland Buttersoft. This New Zealand import has flooded Australian supermarkets, and I genuinely don't understand the appeal. The key ingredient that ruins this product: palm oil. Not palm butter, not palm cream, straight up palm oil. It's the second ingredient after butter. Let's talk about why this matters. Palm oil has a completely different melting point than butterfat. When you put this on hot toast, it doesn't melt beautifully like real butter. Instead, it creates this weird greasy slick that sits on top rather than absorbing into the bread. I made scrambled eggs with Mainland Buttersoft and had to scrape them into the bin. They tasted like I'd cooked them in cheap vegetable oil. There was this lingering oily coating in my mouth that wouldn't go away even after brushing my teeth. Beyond the taste issue, there's the environmental problem. Palm oil production is devastating for orangutan habitats in Southeast Asia. Yes, Mainland claims theirs is sustainable, but even certified sustainable palm oil has serious environmental concerns. At $5.60 for 375 grams, you're paying $7.47 per 500-gram equivalent. That's premium pricing for a product that's cut with one of the cheapest oils in food production. Australia has world-class dairy farms producing exceptional butter. Why would you choose palm oil from Southeast Asia over real Australian cream? It makes no environmental, economic, or culinary sense whatsoever. Number 5. Lurpak Slightly Salted. I know this is controversial. Food bloggers worship Lurpak. Celebrity chefs recommend it. It's got that premium European cachet that Australians seem to love. But let's talk facts. This butter is imported from Denmark. It's been sitting in shipping containers for weeks, then in distribution warehouses for more. weeks, then on supermarket shelves. By the time you buy it, this butter is 3 to 4 months old minimum. Fresh matters enormously with butter. The delicate milk fats begin oxidizing the moment butter is produced. Older butter develops off flavors that are subtle, but definitely present to anyone paying attention. I did a blind taste test with Lurpak versus 3 fresh Australian premium butters, Pepe Saya, Holy Goat, and Malel. I used them on fresh sourdough, in baking, and in a simple beurre blanc sauce. 8 people participated. Lurpak came fourth every single time. The flavor was described as flat, less fresh, and missing something. Here's the pricing insanity. Lurpak costs $9.20 for 250 grams. That's $18.40 per 500-gram equivalent. Meanwhile, Pepe Saya, which is made fresh in Sydney from Australian cream, costs $11 for 250 grams but tastes significantly better and supports Australian farmers. You're not paying for quality with Lurpak, you're paying for decades of European prestige marketing and Danish branding. Number 4, Western Star Chef's Choice. This one's controversial because professional kitchens use it, but that doesn't make it good for home consumers. I called Western Star directly to ask about their ingredients. After being transferred 3 times, a representative finally confirmed they add natural flavoring and beta-carotene for color consistency. Let's break down why this is problematic. Real quality butter doesn't need added flavoring. The flavor comes naturally from the quality of cream and the culturing process. When you're adding flavors back in, it indicates your base cream is substandard or your production process is destroying natural flavors. The beta-carotene addition is equally telling. Proper grass-fed butter gets its golden color naturally from the cow's diet. The carotenes from grass accumulate in the butter fat, creating that beautiful yellow color. When you're adding beta-carotene artificially, it means your cream is coming from grain-fed cows and feedlots, not pasture-raised cattle. At $8.20 for 500 grams, you're paying premium prices for industrially produced butter with added flavoring and coloring. I tested this against Pepe Saya cultured butter in making croissants. The Western Star version produced acceptable croissants, but they lacked the depth of flavor and complex aroma that proper butter creates. The difference was night and day. Commercial kitchens use Western Star because it's consistent, widely available, and performs adequately at scale. But you're not running a restaurant. You're cooking for your family. You deserve butter where the flavor comes from quality cream, not from added natural flavoring. Number 3, Nuttelex Buttery. This product makes me genuinely angry because it's deliberately designed to deceive. The packaging is gold foil. The shape is identical to butter blocks. It's positioned in the dairy section next to real butter. The name includes buttery. Everything screams, I am butter. But here's what it actually is. Vegetable oils containing seed oils, water, salt, emulsifiers 471, sunflower lecithin, milk solids, whey powder, natural flavor, vitamins A, D, natural color, beta-carotene. Wait, milk solids and whey powder. So it's not even vegan despite being plant-based. I've had 4 friends accidentally buy this thinking it was butter. One ruined 3 batches of Christmas cookies. I tested this making a beurre blanc sauce. It separated immediately. Just oil floating on water. The taste is distinctly artificial with a chemical, almost plastic-like flavor. My kids refuse to eat their toast. At $6.30 for 500 grams, you're paying real butter prices for processed seed oils. Number 2, Flora Plant Butter. If Nuttelex Buttery is deceptive, Flora Plant Butter takes it to another level entirely. The packaging is yellow. The block shape mimics butter perfectly. It's in the dairy section, and the name literally includes the word butter. But this is not butter, not even close. Ingredients: vegetable oils containing sunflower oil and/or linseed oil, water, salt, emulsifier 471, preservative 202, food acid 330, natural flavor, vitamins A, D, E, natural color, beta-carotene. This is highly processed seed oils with synthetic vitamins added back because industrial processing destroyed any nutritional value. I'm not anti-vegan. If you need plant-based alternatives for ethical or health reasons, that's valid. But don't be fooled into thinking this is equivalent to butter or healthier. The processing involves hexane extraction, deodorization, bleaching, and industrial hydrogenation. What you're eating is so far removed from the original plant that calling it plant butter is laughable. I tried baking chocolate chip cookies with this. They spread out completely flat, had a weird greasy texture, and tasted nothing like proper butter cookies. At $6.80 for 400 grams, you're paying $8.50 per 500 gram equivalent. Number 1, Bega Dairy Soft. This one makes me genuinely furious. Bega is an iconic Australian brand, nearly a century of Australian dairy. They represent quality, trust, and farming. Generations grew up with Bega, and then they released this betrayal. Bega Dairy Soft contains only 60% butter. The rest is canola oil, water, emulsifiers 471, 322, food acid 330, and natural flavor. They charge $6.10 for 500 grams. Their actual butter costs $6.80. You're saving 70 cents for 40% canola oil. The packaging uses the exact same blue and yellow color scheme as regular Bega butter. Same logo, same font, same design. The only difference is the word soft in cursive that's easy to miss. I've watched elderly shoppers pick this up thinking it's regular Bega. Bega is exploiting brand trust. I tested this. Shortbread cookies, oily, wouldn't hold shape. Inedible. What to buy instead? All right, here's what to do at Woolies or Kohl's. Look at the label. If it says spreadable, soft, blend, buttery, or dairy soft, put it back. Real butter has one ingredient, cream. Salted butter, cream, and salt. If you see oils or emulsifiers, walk away. Quality brands. Pepe Saya at $11 for 250 grams for special occasions. West Gold Unsalted at $6.50 for 500 grams. Kohl's Finest Butter at $5.80. Devondale Regular at $6.90. Western Gold Salted at $6.20. Keep butter in the fridge. For spreading, leave some in a butter dish on the counter. Use within 3 to 4 days. Your body recognizes real butter, not industrial seed oils. That night in the hospital opened my eyes. I wasn't reading labels, I was trusting brands. When I switched to real butter, my daughter's digestive issues improved. Take 30 seconds in the supermarket, read the ingredients, choose real butter. Your cooking will improve, your body will process real food better. Support Australian dairy farmers. Real butter. 2 ingredients maximum, your family is worth it.